your paradigm. We'll draw this diagram. You have this line over here, central line on the page. Make a big arrow. इस तरीके से बनाएंगे तो बेटर है आपके लिए. Make a big fat arrow. If you can do that, yes. It just helps you put your information in a more organized way, in a diagrammatic way. It just helps you to retain it faster and for a longer time. You remember diagrams way better than you remember paragraphs of factual information. It's just scientific. The brain picks on diagrams faster than just written information. So inside this arrow I want you to write down areas of your life. Now we are talking about different areas of your life. Your life encompasses different areas. Okay? Areas of your life that your paradigm very important word, controls. Areas of your life that your paradigm controls. One, I've already spoken about it. सबसे पहला, बड़ा. What have I written down?
Perception.
What do we mean by perception?
Ma'am, our attitude towards looking at things.
Simple way of understanding. This is a 6 for somebody. This is a 9 for somebody. Simplest example, बहुत ही घिसा पिटा example है, but the way you look at anything in life is your perception. Let's say Kavindra worked very hard on a project. The project was stolen one night before he had to submit it to his class coordinator. Got stolen. One way of looking at this situation could be, I'm doomed. Now nothing can happen. I'm over. It's over. अब मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. That is one perception. Or he could take this opportunity, use the negativity, because there is negative emotion, of course, convert it into positive energy. So what? I'm going to make a bigger and a better project because I would not have made a better project had this one not been stolen. Same situation, but the perception is totally different. Now, he could look at a failure as a failure, think of himself as a failure, or take every failure as a challenge to become better. Same situation, different people, different perceptions. Next thing, which is, oh my God, it breaks my heart. Second one, यहाँ पर कितने लोग they are messing with their lives. Time. Use of बड़ा. Your paradigm is affecting your use of time, the way you use your 24 hours. Jesus Christ, imagine the power of 1 hour, only 1 hour. 24 घंटे में से बेटा 1 घंटा निकालो, 23 बचे. अब वो 1 घंटे पे फोकस करो. Situation number 1, you waste 1 hour absolutely doing whatever or doing nothing every day. Now convert that into how many hours lost in a week?
7 hours.
7 hours. Let's go to a month. 1 year. 365 lost hours. Now convert this into, let's say Kavil wakes up at what time every day? 8. Now decide to wake up at 7. 7 to 8, I am going to have concentrated study of this area of my life because I want to improve in this area of my life. I will not do much. I will not become a UPSC aspirant, work 24/7. Only 1 hour. 7 to 8, उसके बाद 8 बजे से मैं जो भी करता हूँ तो वैसे ही करूँगा. Now convert that usage of just 1 hour into how many yourself, एक arrow बना लो. The result of 365 hours in 1 year, और एक वो कहावत कभी-कभी सुनी होगी इंग्लिश में, a day passes by very slowly, but when you look at the past year, the years just flow by. Think of 365 extra used hours by a candidate. The results in your life are going to be, write down this word for sure. बाकी लैंग्वेज आप अपने आप लिख सकते हो. Are going to be profound. Whether you lose that 1 hour or use an extra hour. Use of time. That's also governed by your paradigm. Next. Oh my God. Let's break this myth today. बड़ा बड़ा लिखिए. Creativity. Tanya, be very honest with me when I ask you. How many people have you heard saying, nah, this creative field is really not my game. I'm not a creative person. आप मुझे कोई और काम करवा दीजिए. I can do more of analytical work. I can do more of technical work. But I'm not really the best candidate for creative jobs. I'm not a creative person. Have you ever heard people say this? Maybe in an extremist way or in a subtle way. No, I'm not so creative. Hey, you want something to be designed? Ask him. He's a creative guy. But probably I'll not be the best person to do it. Have you heard people speak like this? Let's break this myth. Everyone is born creative. आप पैदा ही होते हैं creative. लिख लो. इसी के साथ लिख लीजिए. Because I'm not going to write it. You are born creative. You are born for creativity. Okay. Language से ही ये prove हो जाएगा. Are you a creation? Darling, what is your name? Tanisha, are you a creation or not? Whoever you are at the end of the day, let's not become philosophical. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, are you a creation? You are created. If you are a philosopher, you can say you are created by the divinity. Okay, fine. If you are a scientist, you are created by the amalgamation of two gametes. Jesus Christ, that was a miracle creation. And you say you are not a creative person? Let's get rid of this myth ASAP. Everyone is born creative. Your paradigm tells you, I'm not so creative. Shatter it today. Next. This applies everywhere. Everywhere. Personal relationships, professional relationships, your career, your business. How effective you are at communication, leadership, dealing with people, handling your relationships, personal and professional, handling your growth in career, scaling up your startups, expanding your business, whatever. How effective you are in general. Again, governed by your paradigm, because your paradigm might be telling you to live an average life. Be reasonable. Have I given the example of reasonable in this class? No, I gave it to the BCom. Let's give it here. Kavit comes to me with a great startup idea. एक उद्यम का आइडिया है इनके पास, बहुत अच्छा लेके आते हैं ये. I am a stereotypical, stuck, captive mindset teacher. The student has got a fantastic startup idea, wants to do something creative, will create a change in the world. He shares it with me. I tell Kavin, be reasonable here. What are you thinking? These are two big ideas. You bolungi nahi. You really think you can do this? Be reasonable. Now I want all of you to, under effectiveness, double apostrophe lagake. Write down. Be reasonable. And of course, we will break this myth again. So put a cross against it. Be reasonable. How many of you have heard people around you ever use this phrase? Be reasonable. यार. Reasonable आप क्या बोले यार? सुना है ये reasonable. How many of you have heard reasonable some context or the other. If someone is smart enough in this class, can you tell me what is that person indirectly trying to tell you by asking you to be reasonable? Be reasonable, Tanya. This is not done. Be reasonable. Tanya asks for something from her husband, let's say. She wants something. The husband says, darling, be reasonable.
Be reasonable, like look at the situation right now and then like talk things.
Be reasonable is.
खड़ा जवाब चाहिए यार, बिल्कुल खड़ा जवाब.
Indirectly
Indirectly denying something.
Not deny.
लिखना शुरू करो भाई, बंदा बिल्कुल बैठा है. मिथ टूटेगा भी, लोगों को बताएंगे कैसे. लिखिए पहले. Indirectly has been denied to you. बिल्कुल सही बात बोली उन्होंने, इसलिए लिखवा दिया. हम अभी उन सिचुएशंस में नहीं जा रहे तान्या जहां पे योर हस्बैंड इज अ ब्लोक. उस सिचुएशन में है ही. यू विल नॉट मैरी अ ब्लोक मैन ना, ऑब्वियसली नॉट. तो रीजनेबल की बात नहीं आती. आई एम अज्यूमिंग यू आर गोइंग टू मैरी समवन हु इज फाइनेंशियली सक्सेसफुल एंड कॉम्पिटेंट इन लाइफ. यस, हैज अ विजन इन लाइफ. ऐसा बंदा भी रीजनेबल बोलेगा. अगर वो ब्लोक है तो बोलेगा, लेकिन आई एम अज्यूमिंग यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू चूज सच अ मैन. So, one, indirectly I have denied something. So when he came with that great business idea, I denied my support. I'm backing off because my paradigm tells me to stick to my 9 to 5 captivity, and I want you to also stick to it. All क्या होता है कि reasonable का मतलब. Tanya comes to me. The husband asks for something. I say, darling, be reasonable. Indirectly, I am telling you what you are asking for or what you are dreaming is great, is possible. But I am over here. I want you to compromise and ask for less. Settle for less. Indirectly, I have told you, settle for less. Please ask for less. I know you deserve more, but I want you to ask for less. ये पूरी लाइन में सोचा हो. I know you deserve it. I know you can get it, but please ask for less. कम मांगिए. थोड़ा सा compromise करिए. लिखो. That's all that be reasonable means. Of course, we are excluding genuine situations where the person is flagged for. Okay, we are excluding such situations. अगर आप किसी ऐसे इंसान से बात कर रहे हो जिसके पास कोई मीन्स नहीं है, नॉलेज नहीं है, रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, अगर वो आपसे बी रीजनेबल बोलता है तो उसको माफ कर दो यार. That person is really stuck somewhere. But if a person has practical means, measures and resources and the finances and the mindset but is stuck in a paradigm, then it is just a way to shut you up. Shut up, ask for less, learn to compromise. Because I am also compromising according to my paradigm. When you learn to be reasonable now, इसको काट देना. When you learn to be reasonable, आपने जैसे बोला था, आपने डिनाई किया ना कुछ, इनको कुछ डिनाई किया या किसी को भी कुछ दे देते. मैं आपको आपके पास एक आइडिया के साथ, आप कहते हो मैम बी रीजनेबल, आपने मुझे भी कुछ डिनाई किया. अब इससे दूसरे इंसान की इफेक्टिवनेस में क्या हो सकता है अगर उसको पैराडाइम सबकॉन्शियस माइंड का साइंस नहीं पता. Someone who does not have the knowledge of how the subconscious mind works, how the paradigms work, what will happen to that poor person's effectiveness in life? Will it go up or come down? तो वो downward arrow बना दीजिए. If you are stuck in a paradigm, chances are your effectiveness may come down because of things like this, which are fed by people to you. Again, this is said by who? People only. लोग ही करते हैं. The society. Next thing, लिख लीजिए. Next one is a direct byproduct of number 4, productivity. The more effective you are, chances are the more productive you will be. 24 घंटे में आप कितना accomplish कर पाते हैं? That's your productivity. It's going to be more if you are more effective. So far we are clear? I have not written it, but please write down productivity. Number 6. Oh God, dangerous. लिखिए. बात जल्दी समझ में क्या आती है? एक एग्जाम्पल.
There are many scientists who have tried like apart from like बहुत लोगों के उस चीज़ से उन लोगों ने चीज़ें करके काम करी है काफ़ी like thinking जो उनकी है वो बहुत different थी और लोगों को लग रहा था कि ये चीज़ें नहीं हो पाएंगी but they did that.
Absolutely, bang on. Please clap for her. One example of someone who back in the day was considered crazy. Let's say she's a scientist. You're crazy, damn illogical, पागल हो गई हो तुम, क्या सोच रही हो? But she did it. Today we use it. Example.
Who made the light that torch?
Who invented the light bulb?
I can't
Thomas.
remember that name. Like
The Edison guy.
Edison.
Thomas Edison, write down. Thomas Edison was labeled crazy. You are a mad, crazy fellow. तुम पागल हो गए. पागल हो. Logic and logical को छोड़ो. You are mad, crazy. Anyone else? The Wright brothers. You take flights today? All of you are flying today? The Wright brothers were called mad by their parents. You are mad. इन दोनों भाइयों को कुछ नहीं हो सकता. चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब जाओ. The parents suffered from depression because the Wright brothers were mad. What happened? You take flights today. Back in the day, what they thought was madness. Today it is sheer physics and logic. Is it governed by your paradigm or not? Today, Ritesh could think of an idea today. Now, which the society might call crazy idea. Ritesh is mad, crazy fellow. भाई सोच क्या रहे हो तुम यार? लोग आके ऐसी भाषा बोलेंगे कि नहीं बोलेंगे? भाई कहाँ पे हो तुम? कौन से चने के झाड़ में चढ़े हुए हो? क्या सोच रहे हो भाई? ना हो पाएगा. 10 years down the line, Ritesh does it. The world starts to use it. Ritesh is known by all. Back to what? Paradigm. So we have to shatter paradigms and make new paradigms. You have to understand the damage which has happened to your subconscious. जब आपको पता चल जाता है कि आपके सबकॉन्शियस में कुछ गंद है, गंदगी आ गई है ना, थोड़ी सी कंटामिनेशन आया ना, logically what's the first step to do? If there is some infection in any part of your body, what is the first step? Realization को diagnosis बोल दे. You are suffering from something. You don't know what it is, but it's bothering you. You went to the doctor. The doctor diagnosed it, which you correctly said as a realization. You were diagnosed, you realized, okay, I'm suffering from this because now I have the diagnosis with me. Then what do? The doctor gives you a set of pills. Take these pills. This is the mode of treatment. You will be cured of your contamination. You will stop suffering. So, a set of pills is given to clear out the infection. Infection को हिंदी में बोल लीजिए गंदगी. गंदगी को साफ करना पड़ेगा ना. Once there is space after the dirt and the grime and the dust has been removed, now you have created some clean space for positive, radical, some unconventional, inspirational thoughts to enter your subconscious. Can inspiration enter into a space which is already cluttered? You got to clear it out. We'll clear it out with an activity today. So I want you to note down 4 questions for yourself. Just write them down. You will only focus on your life. Write down the heading. You're going to be shifting your paradigms with this small activity today. You will start shifting, of course. The whole shift will not happen today. But I'm giving you a blueprint for that. So write down the heading. Mindset shift. It's a mindset shift challenge. Something in your mindset has to shift from today. Question number 1. You're writing it for yourself. task number 1. Old thinking assessment. Pick one thought of yours. I'll guide you. Old thinking assessment. You will pick one old thought of yours and assess it in your mind. कोई ऐसी सोच जो आपकी पुरानी सोच है जिस पे आप अभी काम करते हो, वैसा ही सोचते हो, उसको जरा थोड़ा सा असेस करिए. राइट डाउन. लिस्ट डाउन 2 beliefs or thoughts. List down 2 beliefs or thoughts. Underline beliefs and thoughts. 2 beliefs or thoughts that you feel might be. Continue writing.
Beliefs or thoughts
That you feel might be holding you back. That you feel might be holding you back. एक एग्जाम्पल हो सकता है, ये बड़ी स्टैंडर्ड लाइन है, हो सकता है आप लोगों की जनरेशन में आपने सुनी हो. I can't change, that's just who I am. This is just who I am. Take it or leave it. सुना है कि नहीं सुना है? Not just your generation. Now let's take your uncles and aunties and husbands and wives. Have you seen adults fighting with each other? Businessmen fighting with each other? Colleagues fighting? Husbands and wives fighting? Have you seen Hollywood movies or Bollywood movies where after a fight, during a fight, the man says to the woman or the woman says to the man, I can't change, that's just who I am. Accept me the way I am. It's good. Accept you the way you are, but only when you are not a toxic, negative person. You've got to evolve and improvise to become a better person for yourself every day. So that's one example. That could be one old thought pattern. This is just who I am. Take me or leave me. My way or the highway. ये बड़ी घिसी पिटी बात है जो आप लोग सोसाइटी में सुनते ही होंगे. My way or the highway. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? अपना है जो भी है, समझ में आता है तो लो, नहीं तो निकलो यहाँ से. Take it or leave it. I'm not going to change. So a very closed mindset. This could be just one example. कुछ और भी हो सकता है आपकी लाइफ में. So pick 2 thoughts or beliefs. Now I want you to give at least 5 minutes to this question, but take down the second question. Second task. New thinking version. Now let's target a new thinking version. Now you will pick 2 old beliefs, right, in the first task. For each old belief, for each, continue writing, write down the task fully. For each old belief, write down a new positive belief or thought. For each old belief, write down a new positive thought or belief that you would like to adopt. Like, for example, I have the power to change and evolve. Who knows? It could be anything. Take one old belief and substitute it with a new positive belief. You can take about 7 minutes for this. I'll not give you much time. 7 minutes max. Third task. Commitment. Commitment is a big word. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं समझ में आ रहा है मैडम? Now I'll ask you questions to understand. आपके चेहरे से लग रहा है कि सिर के ऊपर से चीजें जा रही हैं. So I'll ask you questions. Don't worry. Number 3, commitment. You get 5 minutes for this task. Write down the task. Choose one new belief. Underline one, just one. Choose one new belief and commit. And commit to reminding yourself of it daily. And commit to reminding yourself of it daily for the next week. आने वाले एक हफ्ते के लिए. You'll just pick one new belief and you will make a commitment to yourself that I will remind myself of this for the coming 1 week. Last task, share, which you will do today. I'll make you do it today. For 3 minutes you will speak. This is a time captivating. 3 minutes, write down. Discuss your reflections. Discuss your reflections with the entire class. reflections with your entire class. You will have 3 minutes to speak for this. Now you got all the tasks. Start working. The only task wherein you will be asked to stand here and reflect with everyone is the last task after accomplishing everything. Your time starts now.